The myth of Medusa is one of beauty turned to terror, a story of betrayal, transformation, and vengeance. How did a once beautiful maiden become one of mythology's most feared creatures? Let's unravel the legend of Medusa. 1. Medusa's beauty and devotion. Medusa wasn't always a monster. She was once a stunning maiden known for her extraordinary beauty. As a devoted priestess of Athena, Medusa pledged to remain chaste and serve the goddess. Her golden hair and captivating eyes made her the envy of many, but her beauty would soon become her curse. Medusa's life as a priestess of Athena was marked by discipline and reverence. She spent her days tending to the goddess's temple, offering prayers, and assisting visitors who came to seek Athena's wisdom and protection. The temple itself was a masterpiece of ancient architecture, with towering columns, intricate carvings, and a sacred aura that inspired awe in all who entered. Her role as a priestess required her to embody the virtues of wisdom, courage, and purity that Athena represented. Many admired her dedication, but her unparalleled beauty drew attention that often conflicted with her sacred duties. Despite the admiration, Medusa's heart remained steadfast in her devotion to Athena, unaware that her divine favor might also bring unintended consequences. 2. Betrayal in the temple. Medusa's life took a tragic turn when Poseidon, the god of the sea, became infatuated with her. One fateful day, he pursued her into Athena's temple. Unable to escape his advances, Medusa became a victim of his desire. This act of betrayal shattered Medusa's life and desecrated the sacred space of the goddess. The desecration of Athena's temple was not just a physical violation, but a spiritual one. Poseidon's actions were seen as a direct challenge to Athena's authority, intensifying the humiliation and desecration. Medusa, powerless against the will of a god, found herself abandoned and without support, as mortal and divine beings alike turned a blind eye to her plight. The symbolism of this event extends beyond mythology, reflecting the vulnerability of the powerless in the face of unchecked authority. Medusa's suffering became a turning point, setting the stage for her tragic transformation. 3. Athena's wrath. Rather than punishing Poseidon, Athena's wrath fell upon Medusa. Some say the goddess was enraged by the desecration of her temple. Others believe she sought to uphold the sanctity of her priestess's vows. Athena transformed Medusa into a gorgon, a creature with serpents for hair and a gaze that turned anyone to stone. Once celebrated for her beauty, Medusa was now condemned to isolation and terror. Athena's decision to punish Medusa has been interpreted in various ways. Some argue it was an act of divine justice, a way to protect the sanctity of her temple. Others see it as an act of cruelty, a harsh reminder of the god's indifference to mortal suffering. The transformation was both a punishment and a shield, turning Medusa into a figure of fear that no one would dare to harm again. The snakes that replaced her hair symbolized betrayal and transformation, while her petrifying gaze served as both a curse and a defense mechanism. 4. Medusa's new life. Banished to a remote island, Medusa's life became one of solitude. Her once admired beauty was replaced by a monstrous appearance, and her gaze became a weapon against those who sought to harm her. Over time, Medusa embraced her power, transforming from a victim to a symbol of defiance. Living in isolation, Medusa's cave became her refuge and her prison. The once beautiful maiden grappled with her new identity, struggling to come to terms with her appearance and the fear she inspired. Over time, her sorrow turned to resolve. Medusa began to wield her power as a form of protection, using her petrifying gaze to guard her sanctuary against intruders. Her transformation from victim to a formidable presence reflected her resilience and adaptation to her circumstances. 5. Perseus and the quest for Medusa's head. The hero Perseus was tasked with a seemingly impossible mission: to slay Medusa and bring back her head as a trophy. With the help of gifts from the gods, including a reflective shield from Athena, Perseus approached Medusa without meeting her gaze. Using the shield as a mirror, he avoided her deadly stare and beheaded her with a swift stroke. Perseus's mission was not one of personal vendetta, but divine politics. Sent by King Polydectes, who sought to rid himself of Perseus, the hero's journey was fraught with challenges. Perseus received help from Hermes and Athena, underscoring the intervention of the gods in mortal affairs. The moment of Medusa's death was both tragic and transformative, as her blood gave birth to Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, a golden warrior, signifying creation amidst destruction. 6. Medusa's legacy. Even in death, Medusa's power endured. From her blood sprang Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, a golden warrior. Perseus used her head as a weapon, turning his enemies to stone. Eventually, Medusa's head was placed on Athena's shield, the Aegis, a symbol of protection and vengeance. Medusa's legacy was complex. While her death marked the end of her suffering, her power lived on through the ages and her myth. As a weapon, her head symbolized the enduring strength of those who were wronged. Her blood, with its dual properties of poison and healing, became a metaphor for her complex legacy, capable of destruction and renewal. 7. Medusa as a symbol. Medusa's story transcends ancient mythology. Today, she is seen as a symbol of transformation, resilience, and even feminism. Her tale speaks to the consequences of betrayal, the complexities of victimhood, and the power of reclaiming one's narrative. Throughout history, Medusa has been reinterpreted in various ways. Renaissance artists depicted her as a tragic beauty, while modern movements embrace her as a symbol of defiance against oppression. Medusa represents the silenced, the wronged, and those who find strength in adversity. Her story resonates with contemporary discussions on gender, power dynamics, and resilience, making her one of the most enduring figures in mythology. Medusa's myth is more than just a tale of curses and monsters. It's a story of beauty, betrayal, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. What does Medusa's story mean to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mythological explorations.